Hi guys! Welcome to Math Class with Mrs. Ward. Today we're going to review a little bit about what we've been learning for the past 2 weeks, and then on task 2 we're going to be moving on to some more complicated math. But I know you guys are going to rock it like you've been doing the past 2 weeks. So our first conversation today is going to be about what we know about this number right here. Go ahead and say it aloud. Okay, my first question is, if I had this many cubes, 40 cubes, and I was going to build towers of 10 out of them, how many towers of 10 would I be able to build? Okay, so 40 cubes, how many towers of 10 would I be able to build? All right, let's check together. So we had one tower of 10, that would be 10, 20, 30, there's 40, and how many towers do you see? Nice, I'm going to add that to our table for towers of 10. Okay, so now I want you to think about 40 in a different way. If I were playing Build It with 10 frame cards, how many full 10 frame cards would it take to build the number 40? Let's check together. There's 10, 20, 30, 40. All right, so we have 40 dots, and how many full 10 frames? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to add that to our chart. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to think about it one last way. If I had 40 fingers, how many people would there be in the group? 40 fingers, and every person has 10 fingers. How many people would be in the group? Okay, I switched over to our Google Slides so we can see how many people there would be. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40 fingers, and 1, 2, 3, 4 people. I'm going to add that to our dry erase board. So 40 fingers is 4 people. Now we just solved 3 different problems using the number or the quantity of 40. I asked you if there were 40 cubes, how many towers, if there were 40 dots, if we were building the number 40 out of 10 frames, how many full 10 frames, and if there were 40 fingers, how many people. So this week we're working on comparing and contrasting in reading, but we can also compare and contrast when we are in math. I want you to think of one way that all of these problems, all of these math stories that we just solved are different. And now I want you to think about a way that all 3 of these math situations or math stories are the same. I hope that you noticed that they each started with a quantity of 40 and that the number 40 always translates or turns into 4 groups of 10. 40 turns into 4 groups of 10. 40 in this situation is a little bit trickier because you have to know that 4 people have a group of 10 fingers, but you guys are smart and of course you know that. So the number 4 in the number 40 tells us how many 10s there are going to be in the number. It's called the tens place. And because there are no leftover fingers or dots or cubes, the number 0 tells us there are no leftovers or ones in the number. You have a couple of mini tasks today to review your learning from last week The first thing you're going to see is a daily routine check. I want you to make sure that you are fluently counting by tens from 10 to 120. Remember, that's where we have to count to in first grade by tens. I want you to count forwards, and then I want you to start at 120 and count backwards by 10. The other thing I would like you to do today is I want you to complete the 2 types of tasks we've been working on. There is one about Max. He has 3 towers, and each tower has 10 cubes. How many cubes does Max have? Those seem to be the ones we are rocking at. And then I'm going to flip it around on you. If Rosa has 70 cubes in towers of 10, how many towers does Rosa have? You can complete your work here in Google Slides, or if you prefer, you may go complete these tasks in Seesaw. They'll be under Week 34, Math Task 1. Thanks, guys.